song now and again, but can you tell her to keep the noise down in the mornings? I've got to get my kids ready for school, and they're bad enough without all this jungle noise getting them riled up. What did she say? Mum, do you mind telling me what she's saying? You know, it's rude not to learn the language of the country you migrate to. Especially when it's people like me who are paying for you to be here.
Look, Mrs. Jones, I'm sorry about the noise. We didn't realise how easily sound travels around here. Thin walls, I guess.
Yes, well, the walls have never been a problem before.
We'll try and keep it down from now on.
Before the southern plains were built upon by human hands, there lived a pride in the region that had grown steadily for many years. Their lions were known to all other creatures for being expert hunters and for their perfect unity. And despite their fearsome appetites, they were respected by every other creature in the bush. The baboons grew silent whenever they passed along the jungle floor, and the eagles flapped their wings whenever they looked down from a great height and saw the lionesses pounce with such great skill. Within the pride there was a lioness who had led the others for many years, through times of great struggle, and she was the most loved and respected. While she was carrying her 7th litter, a harsh drought came, and men of the antelope and impala that normally fed the pride either left the region or died on the journey. The lioness worried that her calves would starve when they came into the world, and so on one fruitless hunt, she broke away from the others and wandered further than she had ever gone before in search of food. She eventually came across a large herd of springbok beside a still watering hole. But before she could return with the news, the drought broke and it rained so heavily for weeks and weeks that the lioness was trapped and could not get home. Not long afterwards, the lioness gave birth to 3 calves. She realized with sadness that the pride would never find her because the waters had washed away her scent. There is a day when all calves grow old enough to meet the others in their pride. When the lioness woke up on this day, her heart bled for the sensation of deep purrs and the warm, nuzzling noses of her kin. It was a pain too deep to wash away, and she felt it for her calves as much as herself. In such a distant land, she struggled to find food, and could not wander far from her calves or hunt for too long. She soon came across a pack of jackals living in a cave nearby. She found them feasting on large heaps of fresh, supple meat, the likes of which she had not seen for weeks, and she told them where she had come from. While her heart was still heavy, they invited her to eat with them and to bring her calves too. She believed the cave was a safe resting place, but as soon as she had lain down her calves, the jackals told her to go out in the bush and hunt for them. They told her that if she refused they would eat the calves, but the more food she brought them, the more they would give her calves to eat. The jackals knew how well the lioness hunted and were afraid of her attacking them and escaping. To make her afraid of deceiving them, they ate the older cubs not long after they arrived. They guarded the youngest closely, and the lioness continued to hunt for them with anger and disgust in her heart. She knew that if she attacked the jackals, they would harm all that she had left. She hunted all day because the pack was large in number. There were no herds nearby, and so bundles of meat were scarce. And after the jackals took their share, there was little left for the lioness. But the cub ate well and never realized that her mother's tired shoulders had carried the load that nurtured her. Whenever she was hungry, she looked to the jackals guarding her. Whenever the lioness saw her cub, she was always shocked to see her become more and more like the jackals every day, and noticed how little she acted like other lions her age. But after some time had passed, the jackals saw how the cub was growing and began to fear that both lions would try to kill them all.